It's been raining out here. We have gotten stuck a few times where we really can't do much because everything's too wet. So we've got a little creek back there that flows anytime it rains. To keep us from getting to a point where we are stuck yet again, like we don't even want to move the excavator because it'll tear up the driveway too much and then we can't get the cars in and out, we've decided to team up with some neighbors who need land cleared for a home site very similar to us, but they have land that straddles this little creek that has the best rock ever for making a driveway. So if I remember correctly, this is your wet weather creek that comes down from the road. And this is kind of what you want removed, at least a big triangle of it. And then maybe this dug out on the right-hand side for the most part, so that you guys can maybe access some of the water that's flowing right here. So, big old triangle cut on the peninsula to connect from there.
I'll walk the cut.
Okay. We're renting a, 14-foot? Yeah.
A dump trailer.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's 14 or 16 feet, but for 5 days, we're going to rent a big dump trailer that we can go back and forth to their place with. We're going to be working from as early in the morning as we can get out to whenever we need to stop until it's done. We're going all the way from the main road up, hopefully, to where we've cleared so far, which is going to be tricky, but my dad's here. So using the little tractor and the excavator and probably the excursion for me to be pulling trees while we're waiting for Woody to return with more rock for us to spread with the tractor, I think we're going to make a big dent in it.
Yeah, the only thing I'm really concerned about is right up here in front of the cabin. Because of me turning around with the truck, there's a bunch of big ruts.
Man, that's 8 inches deep of sludge at this point? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I tried to lessen the slope without digging so far so we have like curbs, but that's pretty much what we have to do if we want it to really be less sloped, is to dig it out to where there's shelves for the little drive up here. So either that or add a bunch of fill dirt. But part of our deal was not only would we help redirect their creek away from their bank so they don't have erosion, we get rock, and also we're going to add as best as I can do, a little short driveway that goes straight into their property instead of having this super long, quarter to a half-mile driveway that they have now. Yeah.
Yep. It's going to be a really straightforward week for us, hopefully, if nothing gets wonky.
And then in the evenings, I'm working on our little cars. So we got 2 Ford Festivas, one of them non-operational, no title, as parts car. And then,
if you've ever wondered how people end up with 15 cars just rotting in the woods and thought, how does that actually happen? This is how it happens. This is exactly how.
No, they're not rotting in the woods. He's fine over there. There's still air in the tires and the wheels are on, so it's fine. Anyway, it's cheaper to just buy the parts cars than it is to buy the parts in some cases, and you get all the pieces.
We can't forget how much you paid for these cars. $1,800.
$1,800 together
for both.
They're
both
the same body.
Very sexy.
Yeah.
We're gonna be downsizing pound for pound. Downsizing, not title for title. Downsizing our fleet. We don't do loans on cars, so we have a bunch of old cars. We love them, but we're going to be reducing by 1 truck and 1 small SUV. His red truck, which is a little heartbreaking. It doesn't have a back seat. I'm going to have 2 kids soon, and it makes absolutely no sense to have a single cab truck with 2 little kids that both require car seats.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the Festiva has a lot of interior room. I can easily fit car seats back there. It's about it.
It has about as much room, maybe a little bit less room than the Escape does.
Yeah.
while also having more legroom up front.
And getting 40 miles to the gallon, which is why I was okay with buying another runner and granting him the time to fix it up so that we can have 2 put-around cars that get crazy good gas mileage, because everything is so far from here and it doesn't make sense for us to be driving the F450 or the Excursion to go get a couple of little things from the hardware store 20 miles away.
Mm-hmm. And they're cheap and easy to work on.
Yeah.
Way easy to work on.
And you don't need 4-wheel drive because they only weigh, what?
1,600 pounds.
Yeah. So they float up this road even when it's like this.
Yep. And they're fun. You're going the speed limit, but it's like you're racing. Which reminds me of my S10, which I loved. Which we met when I had my S10.
On our first date, Woody was missing a tooth and was driving an S10. And we got married.
There's hope, people.
You know you're at a different stage in life when you're excited about stuff like this.
Well, when you're young, you want like all like the super high performance. You want like all the horsepurs, all that, right? And then when you get older, you're like, I actually enjoy driving around my little beater car that I bought while I was working on all those cars and trucks and stuff, because I get the feeling of racing everywhere, but I'm actually safely going the speed limit, and I get good mileage, and it's you can beat it up and be like, oh no, I broke something. Yeah. It's so cheap and easy to fix. The whole engine and transmission weighs like less than the transmission of the 450 or the Excursion. Like, it's ridiculous.
But yeah, so this week is going to be all about getting the driveway done, because there's no way that we are going to get materials for the new cabin up here if we're moving at snail's pace trying to clear and get anything done. It's a step in the right direction, because we needed to do the driveway anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just glad that it's going to work out, that we can help out our neighbor. They don't have the machinery, and now that we do have the machinery, it's going to be a blessing for them to have that done, and it's going to be a blessing for us to have the driveway done for probably under $1,000 in fuel and rental costs. So Can't beat it.
Yeah, we did the math probably wrong, but it's something like 31 loads of that trailer or a comparable trailer to do our driveway.
Yeah.
Up to all the way up to there or just to here? I don't remember the length.
I don't remember what you measured, but we'll see.
But yeah.
And that was with like 6 to 8 inches of gravel factored in.
31 loads if we got them delivered, if they could even get here and not get stuck.
What is that? Hold on.
Would be like $400.
$12,400. So it might take us a week, but we've got the manpower right now.
And the excavator strikes again, Megan. It was worth it.
I know.
Between the land clearing and the
We'll
rocks
see how long it takes for us to actually fill up each trailer. That's the one thing that we don't know how to account for, because we've never excavated with the excavator. We've been pulling trees.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the digging timeline looks like.
I think it'll be pretty quick.
We shall see.
It's got a pretty big bucket. I think it's like 3/4 of a yard or something. I don't know.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah.